back to my channel. I cannot believe we are already this far into June. I'm really looking forward to this summer. We have a couple fun trips planned and I hope you guys are looking forward to your summers as well. So today's video, I wanted to show you how to make the easiest no chicken salad, like little tacos. They are so light and refreshing, low in calories, super filling, and they're just delicious. And because it's been so hot here, we've actually been above 90 the last couple of days here. And we don't have air conditioning in our little cabin, so it gets hot and our appetites just go down for the heavy foods. So we like to eat lighter foods in the summer, which I think is pretty natural. I did post a quick reel on Instagram for them, but I decided to make the long video here and show you in this video how to make the tahini Caesar dressing. So you guys will get the full video here. So my newest weight loss guide and cookbook, Plantifully Simple, will be on store shelves in just 1 month. You can still pre-order. Amazon has it, I think like 30%, no, maybe it's 15% off. I don't know. It was a couple dollars off if you pre-ordered through them. I know Target sold out pretty quickly. You guys told me that when my last book came out last year. So you can still pre-order. I'm really excited about this book. The recipe I'm showing you today is not in the book. It's just one that I have made up in the last few months that I'm sharing with you guys. But this book has 100 new recipes. You guys know I love to put pictures for almost every single one of my recipes because I'm a picture girl. Sorry, that was not a really good, let's see if I can get you guys a good scroll so you can see some of this stuff in there. I'm struggling, guys. Anyway, you get the idea. So I will have that linked below if you want to pre-order. I have this skylight right under me, so I'm trying to not like stand right under it. So it should be interesting filming today. The only other announcement I have for you guys is to remind you that I am now putting my Instagram reels here on YouTube for you guys, and I've made an Instagram reels playlist. So I'm gonna start putting them in there as well. So if you ever wanna like go through my videos and you want like quick inspiration of how I eat in a days or quick recipe inspo, you can look in the Instagram Reels folder as I continue to put them all in there for you guys. All right, let's make these easy, delicious Caesar salad tacos, boats. I don't know what we want to call them. Call them whatever you want. They'll be great. Okay, so to start, I'm gonna show you guys how to make the tahini Caesar, which is so delicious. But what I do have to say about that, if you guys have Plantifully Lean, which I know most of you guys do, that's my weight loss guide and cookbook. Amazon still has it on sale for like $16. If you don't have it, you can pick up your copy. But if you are really watching your calorie intake and trying to lose weight, I still recommend using the Caesar salad dressing out of my book because I specially formulated this one to be low in fat and low in calories so that you could use it more liberally to flavor your salads or whatever you're putting it on. So if you are really watching calories, I still recommend using that dressing over the tahini dressing that I'm going to show you today. If you have a little more room to work with or you're not worried about your calorie intake, then I'm going to show you how to make this tahini one, and it's super delicious. But I'm going to show you my trick for reducing the calories in this. Okay, so this is just the tahini by the 365 brand from Whole Foods. And all tahinis, when you open them, if I can open it, I should open it before I turn the camera on. Okay, I have it open now. So the top of this has a good like ½ inch or so of oil sitting at the top. See, you can see the oil that is just sitting at the top of the tahini here. So here's my little trick. I just pour that oil off and throw it away. And it's a good like 1/3 cup or so. And then you can tell when the tahini starts coming out. And see all that oil, you're just skimming right off the top. Now, you don't normally use tahini as a spread, so it will make it kind of thick and dry. But again, you're not using it as a spread, so that's why I take it off. Now, I wouldn't do that with your peanut butter if you like to use your peanut butter as a spread because then it won't spread well, but that is my tip of how to reduce the calorie intake already in one shot of your tahini is just skim off that oil and toss it. All right, guys, I have my magic bullet here, or NutriBullet. I don't know what the difference is. It's a NutriBullet. And I'm gonna make my dressing in here. So I don't have measurements yet for this, but I'm gonna show you. You can do it to taste. It's really easy. So I'm gonna add tahini into, I'm gonna make a lot actually. So I'm gonna put my tahini in here, and then I'm gonna add the stuff to flavor it, and then we add water. I add like 1.5 times the amount of water to tahini to make, and it still comes out really creamy, but you have to add water or it's gonna be a thick, calorie-laden mess. Okay, so I'm gonna add lemon juice, and you can do this all to taste. I like mine pretty lemony, so I always start with 2 lemons. That, you know what, that had a juice. Let's do 1.5 and see how far that gets us. Then I'm gonna add some Dijon mustard, about a tablespoon or 2. And now I'm gonna add capers and caper brine. Now it's the combination of the lemon juice, Dijon mustard, and capers that give it that classic Caesar-y flavor without, you know, having anchovies, so that we're keeping this completely plant-based. So capers are a must. And I, you know, like I said, I just do this to taste. We figure it out as we go. So I'm gonna put in like a spoonful of the capers, and then I'm gonna add a bunch of the juice. I'm gonna add some fresh garlic and some salt. Okay, see, we added all that water and it came out thick and creamy. You could even add a little bit more. So now I'm just gonna now I'm just gonna taste it and see if we need to change anything. Could use the other half of the lemon. I was like, nah, that's gonna be too much. And you know what? It does feel like it needs just a little bit of sweet. So I'm gonna add just a little drizzle of maple syrup. And give that a mix, and then we'll be ready to go. Yeah, that's perfect with that little bit of sweet. And then last touch, pepper. And then I'm gonna show you how easy this salad taco boat thing is to put together. Okay, so here is the magical canned young jackfruit that we're gonna be using to make like the chicken. Jackfruit is something that I stayed away from in the beginning years of my plant-based journey because I didn't know what to do with it, much like tofu. But the more I play with it, the more I understand that it takes on the flavor that you give it. And it is a phenomenal low-calorie kind of meat substitute. And I always use like mushrooms in place of meat, but a lot of people don't love mushrooms, and this is a really good alternative. And it's great because it's low calories, just like mushrooms, which is why I always use mushrooms in everything. So I find this at Whole Foods. I have heard rumors that you can also find young canned jackfruit at Trader Joe's. I live like 45 minutes away from the closest Trader Joe's, so I don't get there very often, but Whole Foods has this. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to drain it, and then I'm gonna show you how it just shreds apart, kind of like chicken. And then we're gonna give it a good rinse to get that briny flavor off. And because this is so low in calories, I always do like 1 can of jackfruit for each person, except my little one, she can't eat that much. But like for me, I would eat this whole can of jackfruit. It would be 1 serving. Okay. Let me move the camera. Okay, so we're just going to get the jackfruit out of the can. Okay, so it comes out in like these little clumps here, and you can just use your fingers, you can use a fork, whatever you like.
to just kind of shred it up, and see how it just kind of shreds apart, almost like canned chicken. And it does have like these little seed pods, and I always just pick those out because we don't like them. They're kind of like rubbery and weird, so we just remove them.
Okay, so I have shredded it and taken the seed pods out. So now I'm gonna rinse it really well just to get that briny flavor off of it from the brine that it sits in the can. And then we're gonna move it to the pan and we're gonna brown it with some onion. You can skip this step, but it does not taste anywhere as good because you really want to give it kind of like that grilled, yummy, savory flavor. So I highly, highly recommend not skipping this step, and it only takes a few minutes.
So once the onions start browning, I'm gonna give my pan a light spray before I add the jackfruit in because it likes to stick to my pan. I spread the jackfruit around and kind of let it sit for a minute to get brown, and then flip it over so it gets brown on the other side. I'm also gonna add a little garlic salt. All right, now the jackfruit is nice and brown, so I'm gonna add it to my bowl and we will finish this up. So now I'm just gonna chop up some leftover lettuce, whatever greens you like. I like something that's a little crispy, so romaine or iceberg. I'm also gonna add some fresh onion just because I like that bite and crunch in the salad. And then we're gonna add our Caesar dressing, and this is where you can be as liberal or conservative as you want and give it a mix. So real quick, I decided to make some croutons. I just like to take some sourdough bread and cube it up. I give it a light spray and season it with garlic salt. And then I put it under the broiler for just a minute. You have to watch it because it'll char immediately. So just keep a very close eye on it. And then you've got some nice crispy croutons.
All right, guys, sorry my oven is so loud from making the croutons. So you can totally eat it as a salad just like this. But what I love doing is putting it in iceberg lettuce wraps or tacos because it's so crispy and delicious. And I add some alfalfa sprouts on top and some of the croutons that I make, and it is so good. All right, so I'm just gonna cut the end off my iceberg, and then I just cut it down the middle, and then the insides, like these crunchy pieces, I'll save to throw in salad like that to make it crunchier. But see, it makes these beautiful, perfect little boats.
So I'm just gonna grab some filling, and for some reason it's just more satisfying eating these as several tacos than just one bowl of salad. And I'm going to add some of my sprouts and croutons. You can also add avocado, but I'm out. And there you go. And there you have these very delicious, crunchy, satisfying Caesar salad boats. They're so good.
Okay guys, here's the boats. You can make about 4 big boats with 1 can of jackfruit, and it's so good. See, yum. It's just so satisfying to get that crunch and the big bite into a taco. It's so good. And it's so refreshing. You want to make these. And whoever wants to dog on iceberg lettuce, why? It's so good, and it's crunchy, and it holds all the goodness. You can put all the important greens inside. I know iceberg lettuce gets a bad rap, but it's delicious. I love iceberg lettuce. And you have to enjoy your food if you're going to be successful on losing weight and maintaining your weight loss. And I've been maintaining my weight loss for years, and I'm in my 40s, I'm a mom, and I enjoy eating. Like, this is fun for me, and eating healthy can be fun. All right, guys, that is it for me today. Make these taco boats, Caesar salad, whatever we're gonna call them. They are so good. I hope you enjoy them. And don't forget, if you want to pre-order, you can still do that. I will link that below for you guys. All right, remember to keep this journey about health and not just about the skinny. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.